welcome back to the channel. In my last video I asked you guys if you wanted to see the footage of me replacing the soft top on my Miata, and you guys said yes. So today's video is going to be that footage, and I'll show you how to replace the soft top on an NA Miata. There are some things here and there that are missing in the footage, so I'll do my best to explain them to you guys like this. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. So I'm in the editing process of the video right now, and it turns out that I only recorded myself talking for some of the clips, so I'm going to do like a hybrid of me talking and the audio from the clips themselves. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into the interior of the car and remove all of the plastic clips using a plastic interior trim remover tool, and then just pull out the carpet and it comes right out after that. Next up, you're going to want to remove all of the nuts from the bolts that hold on these three brackets, and then after you do that, remove the brackets, and then the precious rain rail will be revealed. I called it the precious rain rail because for a lot of these cars they've been rained on a lot, and over time the rain rail, which is what guides the water off of the car, gets to really bad condition, and you might end up having to replace it. If you can, you want to try and salvage it because then it saves you $100, but odds are you might have to replace it if it's in bad shape. Here you see us removing those three brackets I was talking about, which is what reveals that rain rail behind it, and that's just the black piece that goes along. Luckily, as you can see, our rain rail was in really good shape. It had no holes or anything, so we decided to try and salvage it. Next up, you should be able to just pull the whole top off of those bolts, and then the whole top will be completely removed from the car, aside from the frame, which will be the last thing holding it in. Next up, you're going to want to unscrew the giant bolt on top of the seatbelt in order to remove the seatbelt area so that we can get in there to get the frame of the roof off of the car. So we took the 4 screws out of the bottom there, and we got that off on both sides. Yeah, the torso. And then that allows us to pull off this trim piece to free us up some more space up top on that side as well. Just like that. Next up, you're going to want to pop off the 2 clips holding on this interior trim piece, and then just move it out of the way so that we can get into the 3 12mm bolts that are holding the frame of the roof onto the car. And then once all that's done, we got to remove the 3 12mm bolts that hold in the whole frame of the roof, and then we should be able to take the frame right out of the car.
Now, be careful you don't get your fingers pinched in the mechanism, okay?
Now, after my dad's very inspiring advice, we are able to lift the entire top off of the car and move it away. So now we've got the top out of the car completely over there. The next thing we have to do is get the rivets out of the rain rail to get the top apart from it. That way we can reuse the rain rail. It's in actually fantastic shape compared to all the videos I've seen, which I'm very happy about because I do not want to have to spend another $100 if I don't have to. But check this out. This all is in actually outstanding condition. That is where the water drains out from once it exits the top. I just vacuumed it out on both sides. So yeah, so far this is going pretty good. It looks kind of gross, but there were like leaves and crap in there before. And then up here we've got the carpet and stuff, the door sills and everything set up, and yeah, it's going good. Okay, so we've cut all the rivets and the rain rail is now no longer attached to the old roof. So next up we just got to get the frame out and then we can continue. So I just took off the weather stripping and the rails that were right there. And now we're going to do it the same thing on this side. Just pulls off like that, revealing the rails that then get screwed off. And then at the top of this one there's a plastic trim piece that we need to pop off. There we go. Nice. And then the metal rails just need to get screwed off. Very nice. We have peeled back the old top a bunch, and now we're getting the cable out so that we can be able to put it on the new top. And now, after a couple more steps, the old top is completely free of the frame and it is ready to get the new top put on it, which is waiting over there. This is the old top and it has one place that it needs to go to. Goodbye. Forever. Alright, so it's now a few days later. We have the new top on the old frame. I did not film any of it because it was a struggle. However, some of the things that we had to do were tucking all the fabric around each of the three pieces of the frame that go all the way across. We had to run the old cable all the way through here and up in there. Put this trim all back on. We had to glue and screw in this whole front area. And then the rain rail we had to re-rivet onto, here's the top and then here's the rain rail. We had to rivet it back onto the top with new rivets. And yeah, I think now after all of that, we're finally ready to start putting it back into the car. So, like I said in that last clip, I didn't end up filming us putting the new top onto the old frame because it was very frustrating, but I did list off a lot of the things that we had to do. I'm sure I missed some things, and obviously it sucks that I didn't get it filmed, but there are videos out there that show that process in detail, so I hope that this video was still entertaining from just a video perspective. But basically, this is the last clip that I filmed, and it was us putting the top back on. Basically, from here on out, it's the home stretch, and all you got to do is the process of removing the top, but in reverse. So basically, the proper order you want to do things in is you bolt in the frame with those 12mm bolts. Then you put in all the trim pieces again, like the door sill, the piece that went up the side. You put the seat belts back, and then after that, you push the rain rail onto the bolts that it came off of initially, and then you put the brackets back in place and then screw the bolts in so that it tightens up the whole rain rail in the back. And then after that, you put your carpet back in and then let the top stretch out, and after about an hour or so of the top stretching, you should be able to close it fully without anything ripping or tearing. So, I hope you guys got some good tips out of this video. I know I didn't record every single step along the way, but there are 30-minute, hour-long videos on YouTube that show that. So I hope you got something out of it, but if not, hopefully it was still entertaining. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next video very shortly.